Came in Friday morning and told me he was done. He was retiring. So after that, just went up, told Joe. Joe got on the horn. Just brought in a bunch of guys, worked him out.
Did he give a reason?
Not really. I mean, he was just done. You know.
Did you have any idea that he was leaning towards that?
No, I didn't. I appreciate the fact that he came in there and did. I mean, he could have easily kind of wrote it out and kind of seen what happened, but I appreciate him doing it at that time and just being straight with me.
You're going to give Taylor a look, but are you going to bring anybody else in, you think?
I mean, this is where we're at right now. You know, we'll kind of see how everything goes. I mean, what I saw today, I was pretty impressed. I mean, that sounded good coming off his foot.
How good was it to have Marcus back out there?
Yeah, I'm just glad he can't bother me about it anymore. I mean, he's been begging to get out there. You know, we were trying to be smart. You know, I mean, with like putting him out there. You know, we didn't want to be wrong, and you know, if we were a little cautious, and that was fine. We were all in agreement that we wanted to make sure that he was in a good spot to where he can really start when he gets hitting and just making sure his strength. I mean, that was the key to everything.
What's the game plan for kind of working him back in? Because we saw him doing 7-on-7.
Yeah, we're doing 7-on-7 right now. There's just going to be a progression. He's doing some things where he's, you know, hitting some sleds and just trying to make sure he feels right. And, you know, it's good to see him out there, though. I mean, he's a really good player. And with him and 33 out there together, you feel pretty good.
4 weeks, I think it is, till week 1. I mean, barring setbacks, you feel like that's plenty of time for him to get out there?
I'm worried about tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
How about winners, Adam? Is that something that could lead into the season? Or
Yeah, I mean, when we talked about it, right now it's week to week. Like yesterday when he came in, he had a good day. And, I mean, that's a guy that's played through a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He had shoulder surgery a few years ago.
Yeah. I mean, he'll when he's ready to go, he'll be ready to go.
What is it specifically?
Just a shoulder. I don't ask too many details, man. I'm not like a doctor or anything.
Do you know?
I know you do, but I mean, this is how I got in trouble last year.
Do you know how, how it happened? He just got twisted up wrong, or?
I was on field goal. It was on field goal. He just got hit. He got hit with a lot of force and just kind of got in a weird position.
But Tremaine, was that on that pick?
Yeah.
You worried at all with that, or is it just a minor little tweak?
At any time, you know, a guy that makes a living running has a hamstring, it's just how it goes. I mean, we're just going to have to get a lot of treatment and keep strengthening him up and get him back as fast as possible.
So Brown slides up?
Yeah, I mean, right now, I mean, we'll just keep rotating guys in there. We're just going to keep competing, man. That's what we have to do. We need some guys, the young guys are going to have to step up. They're going to have to play well. You know, the good thing is with an experienced defense coordinator like we have with Greg knows how to get guys into a rhythm, find out what they do well, adapt his scheme to our personnel. You know, right now we're being in the preseason, we're going to challenge our guys. We're going to play a lot of man. We're going to do a lot of things where it's hard. They're one-on-one, but you have to see where you're at with those guys.
What have you seen from Brown? Because he seems like a guy who flashed a little bit in the spring, and then now in training camp he's
yeah. I mean, he does the same thing. You know, he gets sticky sometimes and is tight in coverage. And you know, anytime he's a young guy, he starts. You go against those veteran players, and they got a little savviness to them. They don't just run the route that's on the paper. They got a little spin to it. You know, the release, kind of the way that they change speeds, their stride line, things like that. Those are the type of things young guys they've never experienced before. So, you know, the more reps he gets out here, the more times he goes against Quincy and Robbie and Crowder, the better that'll be for him.
Has he impressed you just in the sense of, I mean, this time last year he was getting ready to play football on Akron?
Yeah, I mean, this is not too big for him. You see a guy that just keeps competing.
The negativity about Akron? Jeez.
Did you guys you two switch sides here, huh? Or, I mean,
is Tremaine getting an MRI today?
They're going to evaluate it. I mean, I'll know more tomorrow if they're going to do the whole MRI and all that stuff.
What have you seen from Rontez, and you know, how much does his role change whenever Marcus comes back?
I've been very impressed. Coming in here, you know, I knew he was one of the best special teams, if not the best special teams player that we have. there wasn't a lot of chatter about him on defense. And seeing him go out there, execute our defense, do a really good job in practice, be a reliable guy in the game, I think he has been a surprise for us as far as being able to be in that role. If he's starting, you know, we feel good about it. We were feeling like he could execute that role. And we've created some depth there, and I don't think that was something we planned on.
Adam, you kind of made references after the game that the offense in practice doesn't finish too many drives in terms of the way that practice is scripted. It's 5 reps and they're out. Why is that? Like why don't you maybe have them finish the drive out to it?
We do sometimes. There's sometimes we will do that. It's just a lot of times when we're doing those call periods, it might be early in practice, and you just don't want to make, like, all of a sudden you eat up all your reps for the day. I mean, you know, it's not a hobby, so I mean, we're planning a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's all of a sudden you start getting like 40, 42 reps, 45 reps because you're finishing the drives out. You're going to have a lot of guys on the ground.
Coach Ryan Khalil stood up today. Where is he on the timeline as far as getting games?
We're going one day at a time right now. Like, talked to him after individual, and you know, we felt good and getting kind of back into that. I think we just want to be very smart as far as how quickly we go with this. We have a guy that's played a lot of football. He's done this before. You know, we just have to make sure that he feels great about when we get going and he's in there. He knows what he's doing. He can play fast. He's in the kind of shape he wants to be in. So we'll do it we'll be smart about how we do things.
What's he been like in the classroom and just kind of from the mental side of things, picking things up?
Sharp, very sharp. He's been in a few different offenses, and you know, there's been some crossover with where he's kind of some of the guys he's been with in the past. So like we can talk some verbiage, and you know, but he's really good about. He's like, I just need to like wipe the slate clean and start over terminology wise, and he's done that. And he's up here and he's grinding every day.
Adam, I'm sorry if I missed the answer to this, but what did you take from Sam the brief time he was in the game the other night?
It was good. He was very relaxed. He did a really good job of the tempo we were going at was very impressive, and it started with him, the line, the receivers. Guys were getting lined up really, really fast. They were getting the play on the ball, ready to go. And I was really happy about that, because that's sometimes in that first preseason game, it's sometimes it can be a little choppy, and I didn't feel that. It felt like we had done that before, and it made it, as a play caller, like mentally I had to be like, he's out. We're not doing it, because I wanted to keep going, because those guys they make it fun to call plays.
You had I know comparing players isn't always everyone's favorite thing to do, but you had Jarvis in Miami. Can Crowder be as valuable to Sam as maybe he was in that offense?
Two different guys,
Right.
different skill sets. You know, Jarvis was able to. Jarvis had a different body type to where he would when he went inside he was playing physicality games with the linebackers. That was like that's why he caught 112 balls. Like he could handle it. His body could handle it. You know, with Jamison, I don't think we can do as much of the inside stuff that shallow. I mean, we were doing some stuff where Jarvis did a lot of dirty work, and it wasn't always probably fun for him, but he loved catching the football, so he was all right with it.
Is that a good teaching point for Burnett down there? He made the catch in the long ball, and it seemed like the clock expired after.
You're trying to get me riled up right now. Yeah, that wasn't good. That was bad, but it'll be good for all our guys to see that. You know, I mean, maybe we get a penalty for, you know, taunting. Game's over. You know, so we'll learn from that. We'll see it today when we watch film, and you know, we got to learn from that.
Is there an under the radar guy
Richard Costello,
that
we're
jumped out
done?
in the game?
I think, you know, seeing Dortch on the punt return was, you know, that was good for all of us. Just kind of seeing, you know, kind of where our options are, you know, for Brant in that area. You know, he did some things as a wide receiver. We need to get some things cleaned up with him, but I think he's doing a good job of trying to do what he's coached. It's a little different than what he's done in the past. You know, specifically, like he's the one that kind of jumps out. I don't know. It seemed like there was a lot of guys that played well. I don't think we had too many guys that we were like really disappointed in.
That was my question, Jared.
We're good. Thank you very much.
Samini stole it again.
Must have been standing behind.
Just hang tight.